just go and go for a walk. Again, we're going to take a look at the trees as I turn. Now I'm going to turn and look back, I think, the other side of the bridge, hopefully. Yes, there's the other side of the bridge. And I'm going to keep looking at that. I'm actually going to take out the microphone because I want to know, you know, I'm always testing things. I want to know if actually having the microphone in actually helps things, even though we are already in a quiet space. Okay, I'm trying to get the cable untangled. How is it that cables always get themselves tangled up? I'm going to turn this way, and can I get the cable in? I think so. Okay, sorry for that. Should now be okay, and we're still live, so I'm going to clip in the microphone, stop for a second and clip the microphone on. Apologies for the noise. What I'm trying to do is to actually get a routine together so that when I do go out, oh, how can we do this? You can't see me, fortunately. You'll just see a different camera angle for a second or two while I attempt to sort this out. Which way does it go? Oh, right, okay. I've not done this for a while, and you get, again, apologies for the sound, you get a little bit rusty. Okay, that was fun. Okay, let's carry on with our walk. I'm going to go for about another quarter of an hour, so the joys of filming. All you need, this is my mobile phone. I've just gone on contract, so I've got unlimited data and unlimited phone calls, unlimited everything, and I've got a special deal on it which I'm happy with. And I know, speaking to Peter this morning, because Peter's the man who sort of what's the word, encouraged me and motivated me to actually do this again. That's Peter Stewart, and Peter is looking at the GoPro for actually doing this. I think the phone with the gimbal works well, but Peter, I sent you a link to a video by Dave Stewart about the GoPro 9, I think. It's in Messenger. Okay, yeah, this morning was Blabbing for Britain. Always goes out at 10 AM in the UK, myself, Peter, and John, and Mr. Stephen Silk. Stephen wasn't with us this morning. And we talk about what's happening in the UK. We're joined by Chris from Belgium, by Corinda from London, and by viewers who did not say anything, so we don't know who they are. And then there was a replay at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and Harper watched it, so thank you, Harper. And again, I'm just going to turn the other way. It must look very strange to everybody. I've got people behind me. We actually saw the cyclist in time, so I've got a problem here. I've got a lady walking behind me, I've got a cyclist coming in front of me. The only thing to do is to actually turn sideways. Afternoon. Right, okay, so we're good again. That's one thing about cycling, you can actually go a lot faster. But could you use a gimbal on a bike? You'd have to get a special mount, I assume, to actually have the camera on your bike. We're coming up towards another garden on our left hand side, and we'll slow down and take a look at it. Now, in addition to being, there's a lady painting, we'll give her some space. In addition to being a live video, which this is, and it's broadcast by a switchboard to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and the website, this will also become part of my music show tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. Eastern on Mixcloud. The reason being that it acts as it's something to watch whilst you're actually listening to the music. So what I'm going to do when this walk is finished, obviously I've got to walk back the way I've just come, is I'm going to download this video from VI Loud, and then I'm going to take the soundtrack off, because I discovered I did a music show with Fonz on Monday, and I played the Stonehenge video, the one where I was walking in the rain to Stonehenge, and I switched the sound off in the studio, but what I didn't realise, the music was playing and my voice was playing at the same time, which is not a good idea. So I'm going to download this video and I'm going to take the soundtrack off, upload it to my website, and then I can actually play this video when I broadcast from Live tomorrow. So, all good. It'll already be on YouTube. I could actually bring it in from YouTube. YouTube would have my voice on it, so I can't do that. I must edit using Camtasia, take my voice off. Yeah, again, another steep track to get out. This is, coming down there is not fun. Basically, if you're actually going to join the canal at this point, and this is bridge number 136, if you're going to join the canal at this point, then the best idea is to walk across the road, and as a road goes over this bridge, it's a dual carriageway, and we'll come out the other side and you can see because we've now officially left town, the pathway has become a natural pathway with stones inset, and we're now most definitely leaving Devizes and heading into the country. But if you want to come down here, then you could actually come down the steps. Okay, as we carry on. Again, this is the last set of houses that actually back on to the canal, and then we're in the countryside proper, sort of, as you'll see. I'm going to walk up today, hopefully, as far as the boatyard. Now there are two boatyards, or several boatyards in the area. This is the one on the east side of Devizes. This is Devizes East. I only know that because of the general elections, or the county elections. Okay, so it would be interesting to check what the sound is like now, what the sound was like before I plugged the microphone in. As we're on the canal, it shouldn't have made too much difference, but there are always noises off which can actually they can mess up the sound, is the phrase. Okay, so we're on the pathway and could go all the way to London. It's 110 miles. Okay, now if your walking pace is the average, which is 3 miles an hour, then you could walk from here to London in 37 hours, but you wouldn't do that continuously. So what you're more likely to do is 3 days at 50 kilometres a day, and that would see you into London. Do miss the marathon walks when we used to be able to walk from Avery to Stonehenge, 26 miles, 385 yards. Might look out for another walking marathon this summer, just to get out and about for a change. And you can see this part of the canal, we've got a path on both sides of the canal. Okay. Right, well as it's Friday tomorrow, but there is no Ask Angelica because we only broadcast Ask Angelica every 2 weeks. So the show tomorrow is a music show with me and this video. And the music show is absolutely brilliant because I get to play DJ and play my favourite music, and because it's played on Mixcloud, which is the only place I can actually play it, it simply works. Because if I play the Rolling Stones, then the Rolling Stones get royalties. Okay, we go past this boat. Now, because of wearing the microphone, you shouldn't have been able to hear what the lady was saying. We'll check that back too. Yeah, so I'm going live on Mixcloud, 12 PM Eastern, 5 PM UK, and it's just me and friends, and I'm live on BeLive TV using RTMP, going direct to Mixcloud. Music is in the BeLive studio, the graphics are in the BeLive studio, everything's loaded. It's my home, I enjoy being there, I've got everything laid out as I want it to, and I just go live for an hour and play music. Keep threatening to do a blog post about how I'm doing it. I will possibly this weekend do that. Okay, as I say, we're just going to walk up to the boatyard, and then I shall stop recording. I shall see you all hopefully on Mixcloud tomorrow. Again, I'm going to turn while this gentleman goes past. Okay, now you can see the path is not very wide. They used to maintain the banks on both sides, but they've been allowed to go wild because we're in what can best be described as a bee-friendly age, where all gardeners and town council have decided that you don't actually cut back the weeds, you just let them grow, which I think is a good idea. Well, it means I haven't had to cut the grass for 3 weeks, so because our garden is going wild, and it's going wild on purpose to be bee friendly. Okay, now there is wildlife along the canal, and on most days you would see ducks and swans, but so far we've not seen a single one, so perhaps next time. Now the next time I'm out on the canal, I'll be continuing my journey down Cairnhill Locks, which is the longest set of locks in the world, all 27 of them, I think. And we'll be going downhill because it's quite a gradient, and you've got to have all the locks to actually drop from one level of land to another. And they're an amazing invention, very simplistic, but they do work. And it actually takes a boat person a day to actually get through the locks. So we've got more houses, but they don't front onto the canal because of the footpath. So this land belongs to the country and the Canal Trust. But it's just brilliant to actually just get out of the house and go for a walk in any direction, and you're out in the countryside. As long as you keep a watch for people in front of you and people behind you. Cyclists usually shout out. Runners you can hear as well, as we did earlier. But you can sense we're coming up to the boatyard, and this is a repair centre for boats. It's like a garage for boats. So the boats are brought here and repaired, whatever the repair happens to be. Pub on my left hand side, which you might be able to hear, is the Hourglass. It's open, and people are enjoying actually being sat outside drinking a pint in family groups. Okay, so coming towards the end of today's walk. It's good to get back in the stride of actually making these videos. There'll be lots made this summer, and this is sort of the ideal weather. It's about 19 degrees, which is 60 Fahrenheit, and it's ideal for walking. And this time of day we don't actually see too many people, so I may do this more often. Although that said, most of my shows are at 5 o'clock, so we just have to see. But it would be good to actually get out in the afternoon and just walk. And the dog's found us. I hope it can't swim, is all I'm saying, because it's on the other side of the canal. Hello. Thank you. Oh dear. Now, you may have been able to hear that on the microphone. The microphone can't stop everything. But this is the boat repair yard, Devizes Marina Village. And if you're not actively navigating the canals, then you can bring your boat here. As you can see at the back, there are lots of boats here. I can't see what you can see, but you can see the boats, canal barges, all moored up, all waiting for their owners. It's like a boat car park, really. Car park and repair centre. And now, pace of life boating on a canal is very slow. As I say, you're going 4 to 5 miles an hour, and 5 miles an hour, so you put your foot down, so you're not going to go too fast. Okay, now, do we get to the next bridge or not? That's the question. I need a bridge that I can cross to take me back. I think in terms of recording, about 30 minutes is the right length to keep my interest and your interest. If you watched live today, if you watched live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch, then thank you. Look forward to seeing you on Mixcloud tomorrow. So I'm going to pan back to the boatyard, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.